In this video, we'll learn about multiplying binomials. Let's first look at the definition of a binomial. A binomial is an expression that contains two terms. So suppose we have, let's say, 2x plus 3y, right? So now this guy contains two terms. Thus, we have the first term to be 2x and the second term to be 3y, right? So this expression is a binomial. Likewise, if we have, let's say, x plus 6y, this is also a binomial because it contains two terms. Also, suppose we have x squared plus 5x. This is also a binomial because we have the first term to be x squared and the second term to be 5x, right? So in this video, we will learn how to multiply these expressions. Example 1. Expand and simplify 3x minus 2y or multiplying 5x minus 4y. Solution. Here we have the expression to be 3x minus 2y or multiplying 5x minus 4y, right? So here we are going to multiply this guy one after the other, right? So now this first term is going to multiply the whole of this expression. Likewise, this second term will also multiply the whole of this expression, right? And so we are going to have this to be equal to, so you have 3x multiplying the whole of this guy. So that's going to give us 5x minus 4y. And then minus 2y will also multiply the whole of this expression. So that will be minus 2y multiplying 5x minus 4y. Now next step, this guy will multiply this and this will multiply that. Likewise, this will multiply this and this will also multiply that, right? So you're going to have this to be equal to 3x times 5x is going to give you 15x squared, right? So you have this to be 15x squared, and also 3x times minus 4y. 3 times minus 4 will be minus 12. So you have minus 12xy. Also, we have minus 2y times 5x, right? So you're going to have minus 10xy. And lastly, minus 2y times minus 4y. So minus minus will be plus. So you're going to have plus 8y squared. And so here we have these two guys to be like terms, so we can subtract or add these guys, right? So here we have minus 12 minus 10, so that'll be minus 22, right? So our results will be equal to 15x squared minus 22xy plus 8y squared. Hence our result is given below. Example 2. Expand and simplify the expression given below. Solution. Here we have the expression to be x plus 2y, then multiplying 5y minus x, then minus y plus 3x multiplying 5x minus 2y. Here we first have to compute these products, and then we also compute these products afterwards, and we subtract this guy from this guy, right? So we are going to have, for the first product, which is x plus 2y multiplying 5y minus x, we are going to have this will multiply this and this will multiply that. And so we are going to have x multiplying 5y minus x, then plus 2y multiplying 5y minus x. So here we are going to have x times 5y will be 5xy, x times minus x will be minus x squared, then plus 2 times 5 is 10, so we're going to have 10y squared, then 2y times minus x will be minus 2xy. So let's see if we can group some like terms here. So we have xy, xy, right? So these two guys are like terms. And so 5 minus 2 is going to give you 3, right? And so our results will be equal to 3xy, then minus x squared plus 10y squared. So we now compute this guy, then we now subtract our results. For y plus 3x multiplying 5x minus 2y. So similarly here, y will multiply the whole of this expression, and also 3x will multiply the whole of this expression, right? And so we are going to have y multiplying 5x minus 2y, then plus 3x multiplying 5x minus 2y, right? So we now have to multiply this guy. So this times this times that. Also, this will multiply this, and this also multiply that, right? So that's, you're going to have 5xy minus 2y squared, then plus 3 times 5 is 15, so that will be 15x squared, then minus 6xy. Now let's group like terms and see what you're going to have. So here we have xy, right? So these two guys are like terms. So we have 5 minus 6, which is going to be minus 1. So we are going to have minus xy, then minus 2y squared plus 15x squared, right? So that's for this product, right? So that we now have to find the negative of it, then we can combine our results, right? For this product, we have it to be equal to this, right? Thus, we have 3xy minus x squared plus 10y squared, right? Then minus, so we have this to be minus, and for this product, we have it to be this guy, right? So we put it in brackets. So open brackets minus xy minus 2y squared plus 15x squared, right? Then we can now distribute the minus, and so here we are going to have 3xy minus x squared plus 10y squared. Now minus 1 times minus 1 will be plus, so that's plus xy. Also minus 1 times minus 2 will be plus 2, so that's 2y squared. And minus 1 times 15 will be minus 15, so that's minus 15x squared, right? So we now have to group like terms again. So here we are going to have these two guys to be like terms here. Likewise, we have x squared and x squared, and also we have y squared and y squared, right? So we can group these like terms. So let's start with the x squared term. So we have minus x squared, then minus 15x squared, right? Then let's move on to the xy terms. So we have plus 3xy, then plus xy, then lastly we have 10y squared plus 2y squared, right? So we can now add these terms. Minus 1 minus 15 will be minus 16, so that's minus 16x squared. And then 3 plus 1 will be 4, so we have 4xy. And also 10 plus 2 is going to be 12, so we have 12y squared. Right. That's our results is given below. Example 3. Expand and simplify the expression given below. Solution. So here we have the expression to be 5x squared minus 6y multiplying 2y squared plus 3x, then multiplying x plus y. So here we have the binomials to be 3, right? So we have 3 binomials, the first one, second one, and the third one, right? So to make our work easier for us, let's first take these two expressions, then we find its product, right? So here we are going to compute the product of 5x squared minus 6y, then 2y squared plus 3x, right? Now, after we have this result, then we're going to multiply it with x plus y, right? So now let's compute this product. So here, as we've done in the first two examples, here this guy is going to multiply this. Likewise, this will also multiply that, right? And so we are going to have 5x squared multiplying 2y squared plus 3x, and then minus 6y multiplying 2y squared plus 3x. Right, so now let's compute this product. So here we are going to have 10x squared y squared, then plus 15x cubed, then minus 12y cubed, then minus 18xy, right? So here, there are no like terms in here. So this is what we have, right? So that's for the first two products, we have this expression, right? So we now multiply this expression with x plus y, right? That is to say 5x squared minus 6y multiplying 2y squared plus 3x multiplying x plus y is equal to this expression multiplying x plus y, right? Because the product of these two guys is equal to this. So we are going to have 10x squared y squared plus 15x cubed minus 12y cubed minus 18xy times x plus y. This guy is going to multiply the whole of this. Likewise, this will also multiply this. Also, this will also multiply this. And this will also multiply that, right? Thus, we have 10x squared y squared multiplying x plus y, then plus 15x cubed multiplying x plus y, and minus 12y cubed multiplying x plus y, and minus 18xy multiplying x plus y. And then from here, this will multiply this also multiply this. Likewise, this will multiply that, this also multiply this. Similarly, this will multiply this will multiply that, and this also multiply this will multiply that, right? Thus, we are going to have 10x squared y squared multiplying x is going to be 10x cubed y squared, and also we are going to have 10x squared y cubed, then plus 15x cubed times x is going to give us 15x to the power 4. Also we have 15x cubed y, then we have minus 12y cubed x, then minus 12y exponent 4, and we are going to have minus 18x squared y, and then minus 18xy squared.